Hey, today we are unveiling my 2023 planner lineup, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to another CCK video. I'm actually going to be showing you all unveiling my 2023 planner lineup, and I'm actually recording this at the end of January because this new year actually snuck up on me. I wasn't really prepared for it, and none of my stuff kind of came on time, but I'll explain that throughout the video. But I just want to show you what I'll be working with in my lineup for the first quarter. I'm going to take this quarterly and adjust as needed to make sure that I'm sticking on task and being consistent with my planner this year, which was definitely a struggle for me last year. So consistency is the word for 2023. So let's take a look at what I have for my planner lineup. And here they are. So this is my lineup for 2023 so far. So let's start with these two. For those of you who don't know, I started producing journals and planners on Amazon KDP, and these are just a few of the ones that I have and actually use for myself. So let's start off with this one, which is a blank line journal. This is not a planner for me. You could absolutely plan in here if you wanted to, but for me, I use this for my daily journaling, and a technique that works for me is actually not writing in here every day. It's actually using my notes app on my phone and doing speech to text to like quickly get my thoughts out, and then every week on like Saturday or Sunday I'll come back and actually review what I've written in my notes app and just transcribe it into my journal, so I can just rehash any feelings that I had, review my days, the good, the bad. In here, as you can see, I have some pages already decorated out just to give it a little bit more pizzazz than the blank lined look that we're working with, and then some pages already filled out. But this is my daily journal for the year. Well, I don't know about the year. I don't know if all these pages will last me, maybe 6 months. This beauty here is my monthly planner. So in Amazon, I have a monthly planner, a dashboard planner, a vertical layout planner, and a horizontal planner. So if any of those is your planning style and you haven't gotten a planner yet, or you just want to check them out, maybe you'll find something that works for you, go ahead and do so. On Amazon, Crack Creatives Co. Just look up and you'll find all of my blank line journals, my reading journals, my planners, all those things are there for you. But let's talk about my monthly planner and why I'm using it. So I'm actually using this as my business planner. I want to keep everything CCK related in here and separate from my other planner, just to keep my thoughts and my pages organized. So this is what the planner actually looks like. Before I show you January, I just want to show you a blank page, or a blank setup. So we have a monthly dashboard followed by a 2-page calendar view, and then a monthly to-do list, a full page, as well as additional notes pages that you could turn into to-do lists if you'd like, depending on your planning style. And then it goes into the next month. So very simple layout, but it's for all 12 months for 2023. Could be used for memory planning, anything you name it, you can absolutely use it. So how I'm using it is to track my goals, to track my social media schedule, and to look at everything visually at a view. So for these first couple of pages, I'm using these just to track when I'm getting orders. So that's what these highlights are for. When I get orders in my shop or on Amazon, I want to highlight, but also to have my focus or my priority for the month for what products I want to be putting out. So that's how I'm using the monthly at a glance. I'm using these pages to post my goals, again, to keep me focused and on track, so I know what I should be hitting every single month. It changes quarterly, because that's the system I'm using this year, is reviewing quarterly to see if things are working for me. If they're not, switching it up as necessary. So for the next 3 months, this is how I'll be using these couple of pages. First, for January, tracking my stats on all my social media and on my shops here, and then just using this notes portion for like any any things that went well, any things that I should change for the following month, so I can keep improving and doing better. So that's how I'm using the dashboard page. This is just going to be my social media schedule. I know it's very bare. I got to a very late start for January, but again, I will be using it to just kind of plan out when I'll be posting. I might even do it as a product schedule, product launch schedule as well, so I can keep track of when I'm launching things on Etsy, when I'm launching things on Amazon, keep track of things that way. Monthly to-do list, pretty self-explanatory, things I need to get done in that month to meet those goals. This is how I'm utilizing one of my notes pages, is by just copying down the final stats from 2022, so I can compare it at the end of the year to 2023 to see how I've done. Another way that I'm using my notes pages is just to track different product and social media ideas or video and post ideas. So again, it's all in one place. So that's how I'm using my business planner. Next, I have this beauty, which if you see my video from last year, this does look familiar, but the guts of it are definitely different because last year I was tracking work, my schedule, personal, and business all in here. And I'll be honest, I probably stopped using my planner in like May or June. So my goal this year is to use my planner throughout the entire year, and again, doing those quarterly check-ins to see if what I'm doing is working, and if it's not, changing it up and not being afraid to commit to that change. In the front, just have the decorative things to keep me motivated, keep me focused and balanced. I have 3 sections of my planner, right? So I have my actual calendar set up, my schedule, I have my personal section, and then my last section is just miscellaneous additional pages. So not too much going on, trying to keep it super simple this year. Then I have top tabs just to quickly get me to the places that I need to get to in my planner. So for my first section before my actual schedule, it's just like motivational things. I have my year at a glance, which just highlights the different federal holidays, motivational take it day by day page, and then just looking at the year with my goals. So in these pages, same thing that I did in my business planner, but this is just for my personal stuff or even work related. Goals are going in here. Typical use of a month at a glance, just using these for birthdays, so that's not changing. So referencing these weekly and monthly to see when I need to put them into my actual planner. And this is a really important quote for me: the things you are not changing, you are choosing, because I tend to get pretty stagnant around the middle of the year. So I just want to remind myself that if I'm not taking action, then I'm choosing to stay in place and not make any progress. So really important to have these motivational quotes in my planner and actually look at them to keep me going and keep me motivated. So this brings us to the first section, which is the schedule. So you'll see at the top, it says, you probably can't see, but it says this month. So for my first page, the dashboard, I'm not using this to track any stats, but I am using it to track my workouts. So I have my workout plan for the month, especially just getting into it. It's easy to forget which exercises I plan on doing. So that's how I'm utilizing my dashboard, and it'll probably be the same for February and March because I'm doing a 12-week program. So probably look the same for each dashboard for this quarter. Then we go into the actual monthly, which trying to keep it super simple, right? I love to decorative plan, but it can get overwhelming, especially when things change. And I know you have things like whiteout and removable stickers, but I'm all about balance and aesthetics. So if I have to change out stickers or cross through things, it's really gonna throw me off. So I want to keep it simple this year, or at least this quarter. And any events, we're just gonna separate them and identify them with highlighter and pen. I can decorate around it if needed, but just keeping the actual calendar simple with highlighter and pen. So for January, I just did anything professionally related in pink, anything personally related in purple. And it was very easy to one, make this spread, but to keep up with it throughout the month. So after I have my monthly, then I have my weekly spreads. So that's what this tab is for. Take me straight to my week that I'm on. And this is actually what it looks like. Find a blank one without any decoration, right? So it's a dashboard layout and then a to-do list and a notes area, which is essentially how I'm using it. So I've sectioned out the dashboard by professional section, personal, adulting, and any important things. I didn't have anything going on this week, so I just filled it in with stickers, but any important things like birthdays, things like that. On this side, to-do list, because I found that to-do lists are so pivotal to my productivity. If I don't have to-do lists, I'm not doing it. I'm gonna sit on social media and do other things because it's not on my mind to get it done. So working on to-do lists for the weekly, and then also a notes section to write anything throughout the week that is relevant to the week, but I couldn't really place in any of these sections. So that's how I'm utilizing that. And again, I have these pages here. This is my quarter. So this is January to March. So I'm pretty sure keeping this method, I could probably fit the entire year in here and still have space. The next thing I have is actually the note this section. So this is in the same calendar section. I mean, this is just my tracker. So all the things I want to track, I wanted to have everything on one page instead of doing like, before I used to do like a monthly tracker of all my different habits, or I would do a weekly tracker and throw it in here somewhere. I wanted to just have them all on one page so I don't have to worry about keep having to redo or rewrite the same habits. Just have it one simple place. So I tried to do it last year with like a chart and I didn't keep up with it. So I thought maybe if I add some color, use some stickers, it'll work for me. We'll see. So I've been doing pretty good so far, but I'm tracking the gym, how often I go, if I meet my water goals, how often I stretch and use Pimsleur. My goal is to use my planner every day, so I'm tracking that. And lastly, also journaling every day, which y'all already know. So that's my whole first section for my calendar. The second section, again, is like my self-care wellness section. And in this section, I have just different journaling prompts. I found that it's helpful to have just a page just in case I can't think of anything to write or reflect on for the day. I just have like quick go-tos for me to answer for that day. Just different ideas for my self-care. I made this last year for different things that'll help me keep me grounded. And then most importantly, my book section. So I have rediscovered my love of reading. Last year I read so many books and I just love spending my time reading. I wanted to have a section in my planner dedicated to reading. So in here I have my TBR for the books that I want to read, but in this section where I have here, I have my book reviews, which is a goal of mine this year, is to do a review for all the books that I read so I can just kind of keep them together. Eventually have my own like layout or binder of all of my book reviews that I read, because last year I didn't do any reviews. I just did my stats for my reading, and they were awesome. I'm not gonna lie, I had so much fun like making these different stats for like the books that I finished, my ratings, how many pages, and all those genres, things like that. And I'm not sure if I want to do that this year or if I just want to focus on just doing my book reviews, because I use an app called Storygraph, which pretty much tracks all my stats anyways, and they do a end of the year like wrap up. So I just want to have these in one place so I could refer back to them if I need it, but mostly just quickly capture like how books made me feel, and what were my immediate thoughts after reading them. I am a little behind. I've actually read 6 books so far. I've only done 2 reviews, but that's what this section is for. And I think, again, additional pages. I actually do have reading journals available on Amazon as well, along with the wellness journals and the planners. And they do have journals that have actually just these book reviews in them. So if they are something you're interested in, check them out. And then lastly, the last section is my miscellaneous, my to-dos, my ideas list, my notes pages. Just want to have them easily accessible in the back of my planner if I do need to jot something down but I don't have space anywhere else. I have that in the back for me. That concludes my video. I hope that you found something resourceful in the way that I shared my setup and my planner resources. If you did, don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe if you did like the video, so you can stay tuned to all CCK has in store for stationery. Thank you so much for staying tuned this far, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya!